Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM Yeti. It's episode 41, and we are continuing on with the Santos Tour Down Under, our first ever World Tour race. We've already had a couple podiums. Really surprising that we've been able to pull decent results so far. We once again are following the best sprinters and their lead outs to set us up for this one, as I did not bring a sprint team to this race. Pickrell does have good pace. He does have a +2 today, but no bonuses into his sprinting, so we'll see what we might be able to pull off with this one. Speaking of World Tour races, we really lucked out with our very first two World Tour invites coming from just 4 races that were listing who was going to be coming. Well, 6 more have come out, and I didn't get an invite for any of them. So we're now at a rate of 2 from 10, and that makes a lot more sense. But Pickrell is following Caden Groves here, and he just lost his wheel a little bit, not in a great position. But now Movie Star comes forward, and actually that's given us the best lead out so far of any other riders. But Phillipson goes very early. He's already on the left-hand side. Let's go ahead and start our sprint. It looks like beating Phillipson is going to be an impossible task for today, but can Pickrell hang on to a top 3? He's got 141 on his left. It's Groves. Oh, we got second. Woo, what a throw. What a throw. That was Groves on the right that we were following. It was Ulig. We not only hold him off, but we overtake Groves as well, and Pickrell gets another podium, another second place. It's not a win. Beating Phillipson is not a great way to go right now, but I cannot believe how well this has worked so far. Folks, it's been suggested in the comments that I use this strategy, and I have avoided it up until this point, going, well, okay, there's no lead out, so I suppose we might as well take our sprinter and put him on one of the best, because we just need the position, and it's working. Like, we're coming close to getting multiple victories here by following the best sprinters, but we have yet to get a victory. But I'm stunned how effective this has been. Now, I have not used that strategy the last few years of the game, and they have changed the sprint mechanics since then, and maybe it's a strategy that is more effective than I give it credit for. After 4 stages of this race, we are all over the top 16 of the standings, including Pickrell, who's picked up a good 18 seconds in bonuses so far. Phillipson, of course, is leading the way, but will we be lucky enough to see Phillipson drop away? Could Pickrell take the overall? Yeah, right. But if Phillipson and Ewan drop away and Pickrell somehow manages to not lose time, that could happen. 2 stages to go. Both punchy, though. So we're about to hit up Wanga Hill. Stage 5, this used to be the last punchy stage. Stage 6 has been converted into a punchy stage, so 2 opportunities here, but usually this was the decisive queen stage, and I think it's still the queen stage of this race. But Wanga Hill is something we're going to hit up twice, and you can see a huge uptick in tempo right off the bat. Means we need to counter that so we can stay put. You're going to hit the top plateau for a bit and circle back around and hit it again. We just got to make sure we don't get dropped, but Pickrell is to the back here, so let's get Pickrell to speed up. Pickrell, like the only guy without a positive race day condition, at least it's a 0, but his chances of hanging on and not losing time is not looking great. Not looking great at all, but for now, he's held on. For now, there's 131 left in the peloton, and he's amongst them. He'll recover to his position. There's still 21k to go. So I've waited till the final 8.5 kilometers, and as we turn back left and get back onto the road, back onto the circuit here where we set ourselves up for the finishing climb, I've waited till that last little bit because I want to get as many riders as I can into that finish sequence. We didn't necessarily need to actively push out front. Now, Pickrell is in the leader's position, but Pickrell is not the leader. He's a false leader here as we try to get him into the end, try to get him to not lose time. 4.7k. Let's just go ahead and gel up everybody. Montez keep working, so we're kind of sacrificing Montez here, but Abdullah is going to take over in just a second. We've already got out front as nobody's here. We're going to turn left and right back up Wanga Hill one more time. Onto Abdullah. Montez onto the back. Let's get as many guys up this hill as we can as possible without losing time. So pick roll there just to try to hang on. Trying to hang on with pick roll, but G is the actual leader. Okay, Abdullah out of the red, but he's going to push on a little bit longer. 1.6K onto Zippinati, and Zippinati can soft sprint. Leading out Haglund inside the final kilometer. Now leading out Panamar and G are still there. We've got a chance to do something with this, but here come the others. G is going to get out front. He's going to get separation. You got to be kidding me. We're going to win up Wanga Hill. we just got a pop 5 win, folks. We got a pop 5 win, and Panamar takes second as well. Holy crap. Pick roll. Might not lose time. Might not lose time here either. I gotta set up the wheel. We're gonna roll a pop 5. For this wheel spin, I'm doing things a little bit differently. This is the 8 nations that are in the pop 5 range, which is what you get for a World Tour A victory. We're also in a very, very good position. I have no idea what the standings are right now, but we've got to be in a strong position for a potential overall victory, but maybe not if Philipsen didn't lose time. But I think we had some time separation at the front. Derek G probably is going to be leading the overall with one more stage to go, so you know it's not necessarily going to mean anything at this stage, but what a heck of a start. Anyway, 8 nations here, the 5 being the pop dash, and then what the training rating is of each of these nations. So there are 4 5-1 nations, a 5-2 nation, 2 5-3 nations, and Russia, a 5-4 nation. Do we really need to bring this one in, or should we just eliminate it entirely? Well, I suppose not everybody there's doping or, you know, Putin. Russia was a 5-2 nation initially, or even like lower than that. I think it might have been like a 4-2 nation. The training was a 2, but somebody from that nation has been doing quite well, and it's one of those nations that has leveled up multiple times. Moment of truth, what's it going to be? Obviously, we don't want the 5 ones, but it's going to be a 5. So not a big plus for us, but the snowball rolls and we pick up Turkey. First things first, we do have a time gap, and it is 10 seconds to the chasing field. G, 10-second time bonus for winning the stage, and the 10-second separation was, I think, 30 seconds behind Philipsen. So we'll have to see where Philipsen comes at. Panamar gains 6-second bonus and 5-second separation. These two are going to be in a very, very strong position. Haglund, Zippinati, and Abdullah are all there. That's 5 teammates already still in that larger group. There is Philipsen, so Philipsen loses 20 seconds, but probably does not lose his lead. Pickrell, same time, does not lose time. He will remain 3rd or 4th overall. Montez, same time. The gap does not come until after William Eves in 97th. Hagens and Frigo. Hagens was one of those guys who was well placed. He was in the top 6 or 7 overall, I think. So the new look at the standings, Philipsen still leads. Derek G has moved into 2nd. Pickrell is 3rd, and Panamar is 4th. It's not a lead overall. There's another punchy stage to go, so we'll see what happens with Philipsen on that one. We still have a chance to win. Even if we do not, this is an incredible position points-wise to be in. We are easily the top scoring team at this point. Zippinati, Abdullah, Haglund, and Montez all still there. Just 16 riders, so the same 16 still. I suppose that makes sense as far down the standings as things went. But wow. As we enter the final phase of this final stage of this Tour Down Under, and we try to hang on to an entire team in the top 16 and 3 guys in the top 4. Just crazy how well things have gone so far. We begin a climb that we're going to do 3 times. It's a hill, but it gets as high as 8%. It gets as low as downhill. It yo-yos a lot between a little bit up and a little bit flat-ish. So it makes it not your prototypical hill. They're calling it Category 1. It's not really that. But you can see the last couple kilometers is definitely, no, it's still not a proper hill even at the end, as it's still flattened out right before the top. So very unique climb. That's the first time we've got to hit it. We will sacrifice guys as we need to. This is a little bit harder sequence, I think, than what we've faced in the others. Climb number 2, I'm going to try to use whatever mountain climbing legs that they have to just hang on, try to hold position. The guy who's most at risk is going to be Pickerel and the Domestiques. Pickerel, not really a climber, not his strong suit. 20 riders are out the back. The breakaway's already been caught, so it's under control there. We've got 31 kilometers left, and Pickerel's actually looking good at the moment to be able to potentially hang on. Hagland, amazingly, is just a domestique. He's had a rough draw a couple days in a row. Well, actually, he didn't have a bad draw yesterday. Ponemar had a +5, and that's why Ponemar got bumped ahead of Hagland. And Ponemar gained the time instead of potentially Hagland. And today, with a 0 draw, and Montez on a 0 draw, and Abdullah on a -1 draw, are just in those domestique roles as one rider attacks. And we're down to 24K. We've managed that climb. We're okay here. Abdullah is the one who got water. He's a little short on water with 22K left to go as the bottle's just gone empty, but we should be able to make it to the end without any warning lights coming on. And now 20K. We will want to sprint train this final climb, so there is that potential. But I got to make sure I peel guys off. I don't want to push yet on this little uphill swing. We'll recover again on the descent, but we will set up our train here shortly and then have a go at the finish of this one. Not necessarily looking to win this stage. The main thing is to lose time with as few guys as possible, and we are getting a little recovery here without a break. Tempo's not bad. Alright, so 11.5K to go. Abdullah's going to come out front. I don't want to roll 99 for long, but on the descent it didn't hurt at all, so we back off a little bit now. Hanging in there so far. He's got a good hills rating, so he might be able to hang on decently. Maybe, maybe not. He's only got a +1. G's only got a +2. Ponemar, again, looking the strong guy. Nobody's on a fitness peak yet, so Ponemar's just had 2 really good days. Really good draws in a row. Abdullah going on a little bit longer. He's maybe the sacrificial lamb. We'll cut down one guy, lose one guy out of this mix, but now with 6K to go, Montez to take over. And Abdullah will try to save whatever he's got left. Hagland, Montez, the other guys who may miss out, but we're now inside 5K. Well positioned. A little more climbing the rest of the way, though. We have split the field up a bit. We're down to 107. Abdullah is going to run out of energy soon, so he will not finish in the group. Montez will not finish in the group, but we're down to 2.6K. Montez, can you soft sprint for me? Chill for the rest of these guys. I can't believe that we're that far down. Hagland, sprint, 1.8K. This is going to be easy from here. I mean, it's one guy after another after another. Zipinati, Ponemar leading it out. Here goes Albanese. Derek G. pushing on. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Back-to-back stage victories. Ponemar takes this one ahead of G. Albanese, and then Roland Pickerel 5th, so he doesn't lose any time at all. Their separation right there, ahead of behind Fisher Black, ahead of Almeida. Those guys should be losing time. Phillipson's 9th, though. He still gets 9th. We don't win the overall, but we take a second stage. We're going to roll again. G could have probably claimed the overall if he wins the throw against Ponemar, but, I'm okay. I am perfectly okay because Albanese was threatening too much. I was not going to back off with Ponemar, and it was just like, oh, one of these guys is going to win. Wow. And it was much too late for me to try to cheese it and give the win to G instead of Potomar so that he could claim the 10 seconds he needed to catch and maybe overtake Philipsen. Maybe not. Philipsen had those seconds first, right? So it still wouldn't necessarily be a win overall. But Potomar just won a stage. Now that I've got the wheel set up, this will be much easier this time. We get to roll again. Absolute madness. So we just claimed back-to-back World Tour victories in our first ever World Tour race. Not a 5-1 this time. It's going to be Ethiopia, a 5-2 nation. It's two of the weakest nations that were available to us. But they're still going to be welcome additions with larger pools. Even though the training ratings are low, you're still bound to have one or two exceptions to the rule that are pretty decent. There is still a small chance that separation is given. However, from the looks of it, it was pretty clear where behind Fisher Black you should have separation and not elsewhere. We'll be down a rider or two from that top 16, but our position is going to be very strong in the overall. We're going to score a ton of points here. Probably going to be number one in the team rankings overall in the world at this stage of the season. No separation across the top 15, but also no separation to Almeida when it was clear that there was multiple bike links in between. In fact, they give same time all the way down to 65th, which will include 5 of our riders, and we do lose one out the back. Oh, 2 out the back. Montez and Abdullah losing time. So we're going to be down to 5 guys extremely well placed in the GC. Philipsen, of course, then keeps his win, the 4 seconds to Derek G. But like I said, I think even with the stage victory and the back-to-back stage victories, Philipsen did it first. He got there first. You have to take it from him. So I'm pretty sure, not guaranteed though, right? Because there's a count back thing. Anyway, it's confusing. I don't know if they would have given it to us or not. But, you know, I'm okay because points-wise, it's second, it's third, it's fourth, it's 11th, it's 13th. There was our 2 guys plus 1 more who ended up losing time on this stage. 3 guys in the top 5, 5 in the top 13 is going to be worth a ton of points. Philipsen wins the points jersey as well over Pickrell, but Hagelin wins the young riders, and we win the team classification. I'm thrilled by this performance. And sure enough, the points have us not just first, but comfortably first for the moment. Will not stay like that. Team Oman scored a lot of points somewhere, somehow in one of their races to open the season. Caja Rural have scored a decent amount of points, but yeah, great head start on our project to finish in the top 2 or 3. Yeah, that's a high amount of points. In fact, I'm already curious on where we rank compared to our previous seasons. Give me a second, I'll find out. So last season, we were just shy of 3,500 points. We have 1,600 after one race. After one race. It's not yet halfway, but crap. That is insane compared to what we did every year prior. And we just won 2 World Tour stages and came really close to winning the overall. Fantastic start to our season. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Smash that like button, please. Comment and subscribe as well. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.